So if you're anything like me, you're an introverted entrepreneur and you like the idea of making friends, but there's a little bit of a struggle or a disconnect to know, how do I make friends when I'm an online entrepreneur? So I typically work from home and I'm an introvert. So I don't like to be out and about, and sometimes being in new situations can be stressful, gives me a little bit of anxiety, et cetera, et cetera. If that's you, me too. For the longest time, I struggled to figure out how to be an online entrepreneur and make friends. I didn't want a huge friend group, but I wanted a couple really close, good girlfriends where we could just talk about business, go out to coffee together, have a good time and similar interests without it being overwhelming or draining or exhausting. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you the 8 things that I've learned and how I built a really close-knit, couple really good girlfriends, a little good group of friends as an online introverted entrepreneur. The first thing that you need to do as you begin to start this journey of making friends as an online entrepreneur is you need to know yourself and honor what you need. And what I mean by that is, if you know that you get stressed out doing 2 or 3 or 4 social things during a week, honor that and just do 1 or 2. Don't feel like, okay, I've decided I'm gonna go have a bunch of friends. I'm gonna learn how to make friends. So I'm gonna go do 8 things at once in a week. That's a great recipe for burnout. Instead, say, I feel best when I do 1 thing on a Friday and 1 thing in the middle of the week. And stick to that. Second thing that I recommend that you do is start online. Make it a point to start connecting intimately and deeply with people that you're meeting and networking with online. So if you're in the Get Clients Now program, if you're a Get Clients Now student, connect with the other members of this community. And if you aren't a Get Clients Now student, basically what the GCN program is it's the business coaching program I created to help you get clients, but it also has a really incredible community of awesome female entrepreneurs. And that's where you should start. If you're a GCN student, start networking with the other party peeps in there and start making friends that way. You can do Zoom calls, or my personal favorite, I like doing phone calls with new online friends. And I go for a little walk and we chat on the phone and we get to connect and learn more about each other. So I'm getting a little bit of movement, I'm in nature, and it feels amazing. I don't have to have screen time, which is nice. Third thing you need to do is only say yes to the things you want to do, but honor your commitments. So don't flake. In the moment, it might be really tempting. You might be rather like, I wish I hadn't made that commitment. I would so much rather be sitting here watching Netflix. I feel that. But if you've said yes to the things you want to do, honor those commitments. Don't flake in the moment. It's extremely hard to make friends if you're constantly flaking on people you're trying to get to know. You're going to stop getting invited to things. So as tempting as it may be to cancel, don't. Honor your commitments. Tip number 4 is to make sure you recharge before, after, and whenever else you need to. I'm the kind of person, if I know I'm going out with friends, I usually will do I won't do high energy things. I'll do low energy things like reading a book, watching Netflix, easier work during that day. I'm very intentional to recharge. Maybe I'll go to the gym and get in my, headphones and just kind of get in my zone and work out. I know that for my little introverted heart, I need lots of time to just recharge before and after. So I make sure to set my day up so I can do that. Tip number 5, and this is actually contributed by my sister Rose. It was a great tip. Plan something that you can do together the first time. So you aren't feeling the pressure to sit and look at each other and chit chat the whole time. So I just recently made a new friend. She's actually a Get Clients Now student, and we were in Hawaii and she took us all over Hawaii and we climbed down cliffs and we jet skied 10-foot waves and we swam in these tide pools in the ocean. It was incredible. But it took away a lot of the pressure to make new friends or to have conversation going the whole time because we were doing activities together. So you could do something as simple as planning a work session where you go to a coffee shop, you bring your laptops and you get work done and you make conversation in between you getting work done. It's a low pressure way to get to know someone while you're doing an activity. Tip number 6, and this is one that I use, especially whenever I move to a new place, I use location hashtags on Instagram. You can sort by location to find people in your area who are posting, things on Instagram about social media, growing a business, entrepreneurship, etc. So let's say you move to San Diego. I would use the San Diego location tag to find other entrepreneurs who are on social media posting about business stuff And then I would reach out to them, maybe set up a coffee date, maybe set up a fun activity, and I would get to know them that way. So use your location hashtags. Even when I lived in Delaware, there wasn't a ton of entrepreneurs doing things because there's a really tiny small town in Delaware, but I still went on a couple coffee dates and it ended up not being a good fit, but I still was able to find people to get to know using the location hashtags. This seventh tip about making friends as an introvert is from my husband, actually, Will. And he reminded me that, sometimes changing our reality means we need to get outside our comfort zone. And so what I mean by that is right now, if you want to change your reality, not having friends to having friends, that might require you to be a little uncomfortable. You might have to go on a couple coffee dates that just don't go the way you want them to. And it might mean that getting the friend group or the couple close friends that you want means you have to, go through a couple dates, almost like dating, right? You might have to be uncomfortable and do new things or get outside your comfort zone, and that's okay. It's totally normal. And being outside our comfort zone is how we change our reality. We can almost never change our reality remaining in our comfort zone. And then finally, this is one of my favorite tips this is the 8th and last tip, and is one that I kind of stumbled into accidentally, but I really like it. It's my pro tip, my secret sauce tip. I saved it, the best for last. When you're meeting someone new and you're in a new environment, focus on making the other person relaxed and comfortable. This has the unintended byproduct of making you feel relaxed and uncomfortable because it kind of feels like you're in control and you're in charge. But if you focus on making the other person, your new friend, more comfortable and relaxed, you will also relax. It kind of puts you in like hostess mode and you feel comfortable, and then that makes them feel comfortable and you're comfortable as well. So my pro tip is stop worrying about how you're feeling uncomfortable or outside your comfort zone or drained or whatever it is, and focus on how you can make the other person feel comfortable. Ask them good questions, give them a compliment, learn about their business or what they're up to in their life. Doing that will set you relaxing because you're not the one being interviewed, and will also help the other person feel comfortable because you're taking an interest in them. Hopefully you enjoyed these tips. I find that going slow is one way that some people do it and they find a lot of success with it. For me, I kind of have just thrown myself off the deep end when it comes to making friends. I moved to California about a year ago, and I've just been going out there and just networking and saying yes to all the things I'm invited to that I want to go to, just basically following the 8 tips I shared. And pretty quickly, I've been able to create an amazing group of really good friends, entrepreneurs who are like-minded. And it's been awesome. I've really, really enjoyed it. And I'm able to, they all know I'm introverted. So if I go home at 9 o'clock, they all know and nobody's surprised. So I've been able to make really good friends who know who I am as an introvert and totally know that some days I just am not going to go out and I'm just going to hang at home, and that's fine. So good luck. Wishing you the best of luck. If you're in California, let me know. Leave a comment. Maybe we're nearby. California is a pretty big state, but maybe we're nearby. Maybe we can be friends and hang out. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Again, Maria Wendt. I show people how to get clients online. That's what this channel is all about. Click subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, and I'll see you in the next video.